Alright everybody, I'm back with another video of the Husqvarna T540 XP Mark III. I did a video a little while ago on this. I cut down a big white fir. Just the pitchiest tree ever. It's covered in termites and stuff. When I was doing that tree, one of the issues I had with the saw was there's a little bit of play in the trigger. It's still there. I don't know if you can really perceive it. There's just the slightest jiggle, and I was wearing pretty thin gloves, and I like to wear these Atlas Nitro gloves because they're easy to tie knots and stuff with. There's a lot of dexterity because they're kind of thin. But that was a really sappy tree, and the sap on my fingers got stuck in the throttle.
Crazy, my glove got caught in the throttle. Yeah.
Husky was actually really cool about it. They reached out to me, they called me and they had a bunch of questions, to try to resolve the issue. They hadn't heard that issue before, is what they said. So they were really cool about it. I mean, it still does that. I don't really think it'll happen again. I think that was kind of a unique situation just because it was so sappy, that tree. So we'll kind of see how the saw goes. That was my biggest issue with it. But I actually sent this saw off to Nick Stockel, Redbeard Saws, right there. In Minnesota, and he ported it for me, so we're gonna try running it again. The issue is the throttle jammed up, so I sent it off to get more power. So I don't know if that's really resolved, but the saw should have more power now. This saw is actually 39 cc's. It's 4 cc's larger than a 200 or a 201. I think the 201 is also 35 cc. So it's actually a larger saw. I didn't know that. It doesn't really feel any heavier, but just reading the tag, I noticed it was 39 cc. So I'm excited to try it out. That was also a little bit higher elevation. Now we're closer to sea level, and we're just gonna run it out here in my bucket truck. This is kind of like a down only bucket truck job. So I've got a big leaf maple to remove right here. I got these two, I think they're Port Orford cedars, and then I got a big viney covered pine over there, and this is all down only. This is a pretty easy job. Now that I've got the bucket, it'd be a nightmare without the bucket truck, but it'll be really easy with it. So I'm just working out here by myself. I know, before you say anything, I know I'm not wearing the proper bucket truck harness. I'm wearing my Sequoia. You're supposed to wear a fall rest harness, so like a proper fall rest harness, the attachment point will be on the back, because you see I've got a rope bridge here. If you are climbing a tree and you fall, you're likely to fall backwards, so your rope bridge catches you. And if you're in a lift or a bucket, you're most likely to fall forward, which is why there's the back attachment for a fall rest harness. The problem with tree climbing harness in a bucket truck is if I fall forward, my body, it'll stop me from falling, but I'm gonna twist kind of violently. And same thing, if you had a fall rest harness, you're climbing a tree and you fall, you want to reduce twisting as much as possible when you hit, just because it's less violent. But I just got the bucket. By the time you see this video, there's usually like a month delay between the videos. I'll have a proper, I actually ordered a proper bucket truck harness. I just haven't gotten it yet. All this stuff I didn't think about. I also don't have a saw scabbard. Do you know the saw scabbards? They're $400. They're like $400. It's crazy. I can get them wholesale price. It's still expensive. By the time you see this video, I should have a proper scabbard and harness, and I'll be selling those on sappysupplies.com. I all got it resting on my boot and just chewing up the bottom of my bucket, my saw. So it sucks not having a scabbard. I was really shocked. I thought they'd be like $100. They're seriously like $400. It's crazy. So the harness, it'll stop me from falling. I'll probably be fine, but you don't want to twist when if you God forbid you do fall into it. So before you say anything, I know it's not the proper harness, but I'm gonna get one. I just haven't gotten it yet. So anyways, we're just gonna have a rip snorting good time. We're gonna cut these trees down, and let's see how the Husqvarna 540 XP does when it's not chewing up my boot and my bucket liner. Let's stick this baby in some wood and see how it cuts. All right, see how this thing does. It's got a weird, I don't know, it's weird. It like goes out and down to choke it. It's weird. We'll see. right off the bat, I can tell this thing's got great throttle response, like even better than before. I've got the Speed Cut Nano conversion kit on here, 14-inch bar, available at sappysupplies.com, available for the Husky gas and battery. Yeah, I've only done a few maple limbs, but so far this thing's absolutely ripping. Kind of sucks working right over the cab of the truck. I like the rear mount buckets because you set it up and you're not working over the truck so much. And this is a great truck for me, but because it also has a chip box, but generally if you have just a rear mount one, you're not working over the cab. Another thing nice about this is no carburetor. I mean, well, it's auto-tune is what I'm trying to say. So the computer adjusts it. Like I love my 200, but I'm always finicking with the carb. So I've been running this for like 5 minutes and already I'm thinking, you know what, man, this might end up being my favorite top handle. This is pretty, I still like the battery because it's just so user friendly, but dude, look at this. Building like a shop here, which is why these trees are coming up. But look at this. People think big leaf maples a lot of times are like, well, it's, you know, because it's a maple, it's a hardwood, it's nice, but they're really not. See, this had a double trunk, you know, V-shaped union right here. See all this included bark. They're just, doesn't matter what species it is, they tear out when they're like this. But big leaf maples, they're really not as strong as people think they are. They break all the time. See, I thought, I gotta put it down there and chew up my bucket. See, I thought when I was running it the first time, I was like, the throttle response is okay, but it's really hard for me to do unbiased like saw reviews because all my saws are ported. So then I run a stock saw, you know, porting, they machine out the cylinders so that it can accept, just so it can get more compression and get more fuel and gas and stuff. And so it's had some engine work done to it, and it makes it hard for me to like judge a saw when I'm running it stock because I'm used to running them ported. It's such a big difference. Once you run ported saws, you just can't go back. And Nick did this for free. He didn't even charge me nothing. And Husky gave me the saw for free. It's crazy. He did it because he's like, dude, I'll port it for you for free, because he had never seen one before. So it was like, he was eager to get his hands on one. I don't know if it's released or not. And Husky was really cool when so I made that video. I was a little nervous about posting that video because they gave me the saw for free, no strings attached. Like, hey, we just, you know, because obviously my videos get a lot of views. They're just like, hey, take the saw, use it. I was a little nervous because I was like, man, my glove is sticking. I don't know if I want to post this video, but I'm like, it'd be dishonest to not post it. So I posted it and I was like, hope Husky's not mad, but you know, this is the issue I'm having. And they reached out, they were so cool about it. They didn't ask me to take it down. They didn't give me a hard time. They were like, thank you so much for bringing us to our attention. We're gonna look into it. So I really like Husqvarna as a company. I've had some issues with my Huskies. I'm always just honest about the saws, you know, like my 592 is fixed now. It had an oil it had a broken oil hose, and so I got that fixed and replaced, and so that's running. And then my battery saw, it was the, I don't know what you'd call it, the area where the button is. There's like a little magnet in there that wore out, so they replaced that. So having some issues with my Huskies, but they're all alive and well now. This saw is nice and ported, and my battery saw is working again. I got that piece replaced. They replaced it at Madsen's. It took like 5 minutes. The guy was really good. You know, JR over there, he just replaced it in like 2 seconds, and then they fixed my 592 as well. I don't have the 592 with me because I let Gordy borrow it. He'll borrow my saws sometimes to build aftermarket parts, so I don't have it with me, but I'm really excited to get that saw back. That saw also, the oil issue sucked, but it had so much power. Fix. That's kind of what I've noticed with a lot of the Huskies. They got really good power, but I do feel like things go wrong more often with them than with the Steamills. Awesome. I know a lot of guys don't like the one-handing the saw, but I'm just like, how would you, I don't know, man, like how would you get anything done, you know? Like, I don't want to do snap cuts. I'm over the roof of my cab, you know? I'm out here by myself. It's like, you know, I don't have enough work to have like a full-time employee, so it's not like I can just have a guy lower and everything. I mean, I got to get this done, you know? Handsaw, forget about it. It's just got to be this way, you know? I haven't been this stoked on a top handle in a long time. We're almost maxed out here, 60 feet. There we go, so got an 80-foot maple. That was all tangled up anyways, there's no way to... Shoot, man, I'm so glad I bought this bucket truck. Like, that tree would have been kind of lame because of all these other branches going, you know, like trying to climb it with nobody here. I mean, this is just a relaxed day with the bucket. It just takes a hard job. It makes it so easy. A lot of people kind of dog on the bucket trucks. A lot of climbers are like, oh, that's stupid. A lot of tree companies don't even buy it. I just don't get it. It's just so much more efficient. I mean, I've been doing this 13 years, and if you put me working next to a guy with 1 year experience in a bucket and me climbing next to him, he'd get way more work done than I would, especially on, you know, broad trees like this. Maybe not on like a fir or something that's really straightforward, but if you did a row of them, he'd be more efficient, you know? Buckets are the way to go, man. Also, I'm selling now Gordy's depth plates for this Nano Kits West Coast saw for the rakers. Like, I could have just pushed straight through those and pushed them off, but it's like, when it's cutting this good, why not just do some notches, make it a little easier, you know? This dumb branch over here I gotta get. I'm maxing out my bar. That's a 14-inch cut. Saw is absolutely savage, dude. I'm super stoked. I think I'm gonna race this thing with my 200T. I bet it wins. That's awesome. These are only double action, single locking, so I get 2 of them in It's not. I should have the proper tether as well. It's on the way. I just haven't gotten it yet. Yikes, man. Look at this jungle in here. This thing is nasty. Well, it's ivy. Shouldn't be too bad with the spider webs. Shouldn't be too bad with the bucket, but man, without the bucket, sure, forget about it. I tell the guy no thanks. That's horrible. Well, this is always a sad part of the day. I'm gonna have to hop out of the bucket. Can't quite reach the top. He said it was okay if I put stuff there, but I don't know about this. I just feel like I need to get out. I can't even push this top. All the weight's on this side. Plus, I'd like to take that arm off, but it's actually tangled up there. So if I cut it, it's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, gotta hop out. Ugh. Like, life's so hard, I gotta climb 30 feet. But it's amazing what that extra 15-foot elevator will do. Like those ones that I used at Eastside had a 15-foot elevator, and they were a rear mount. We would have backed up to this tree, and I would have been able to get quite a bit higher. I'd probably get at the top of that ivy there. In the tree now. I'm using this Petzl Micro Flip. I'm trying to find a good alternative to the Stelio because I really like the Stelio, but I just can't keep them in stock. Courant is just super slow getting them to me. Let's try this lanyard out. This is Callisto from Arbospace. You can buy that at Sappy Supplies. Man, this stuff slows you down. Can't lower it by myself, can't drop it on my truck, so I do the old strap trick. I usually use a climbing device, not a prusik, but I don't have all my gear with me. I kind of found this prusik, just making do with what I got. I don't want to try to stick my bar back there to do the back cut, so I'll just keep undermining it, call this cripple cut. man. I'll pull my rope out. Like it in the bucket so it doesn't get tangled up. And all that big mess down there. Oh yeah. Trying to get everything before on that side of the fence so it was easier for the guy to clean up, but now that I'm climbing I really can't get it over there, so I'm trying to throw it over here to avoid the fence. So he got most of the brush on his side, but now the rest of this I'm throwing over here because, well, my truck's in the way also and I can't move it. I had to climb this one quite a ways. Tree's, I don't know, at least 100 feet tall. All right, climbing complete. It's probably my last cut with this thing. It's getting pretty big, but I just don't want to stop using this. This thing is just cutting so awesome. All right, that's it for this saw. All right, so this guy says I can drop a big stick in the blackberries here. 500i, 32-inch bar. I don't know if I can really get like a nice clean face cut and everything. I think I'm just gonna salami these down. Done here. Yeah, out here on a different job with Randy a couple days later. This is my 200T. John's Custom Saws built this for me. I don't know what happened to him. He kind of disappeared, so don't ask me where he is. I'm not sure. He built this saw for me. Shoot, I guess it was about 2 years ago almost. It's a 200T. It's ported. The 200 is kind of like a legendary top handle saw. Still took it out of production in 2012, so 11 years ago. So they're getting harder and harder to find, but this is kind of like my best cutting top handle. My most powerful one. I want to see how it compares with the Husky. So this is Dead Ash. This is pretty hard stuff. I'm gonna cut 2 cookies and then we'll take the time, and then I'll do 2 cookies with that saw. We'll take the time. They're both 14-inch guide bars with the Oregon Speed Cut Nano bar and chain from Sappy Supplies. Pretty low taper, so we're gonna see 2 cookies and then we'll do 2 cookies on that and see if that, I feel like that saw I think is gonna cut faster than this one. So ready, Randy?
Yep. .39.
23.39. Okay. Now the Husky.
.21.
Wow.
But I was a second late on that too. I mean, it was still faster because I know I was like, saw it,
15,
I hit it.
What?
15.21.
Call
I
it
mean,
16.
yeah, you call it
maybe.
16. I was like a second late. Call it 16.21.
I mean, we'll know when we edit it. We'll get the exact time on there when we edit the video, but it's faster.
Yeah,
It's
that was
definitely
just,
faster.
you
Feels
can just
faster.
noticeably see faster.
And I'm not like trying to, I love that saw. That's a very special saw to me. I'm not like going easy on that one when I'm running this. I was pushing pretty hard on both saws. This one just cuts fast.
Dude, that's just a ripper.
It's incredible. You know, I'm definitely not taking it easy on that saw. I'm just shocked by this saw.
Yeah, they're both good saws, but I think I might have to get one of those.
Dude, this is crazy.
It's
this is,
but you got it ported, right?
this is ported.
That's
Yeah,
ported?
But they both are.
Oh,
They
okay.
both are.
One's John and one's
John's
Redbeard.
Custom Saws did that one. He disappeared. I don't know where he went. I haven't been able to get a hold of him in almost a couple years. And then Redbeard Saws did this one.
I've been hearing a lot of good
Nick-
things about them.
Nick Stockel. He mostly does Huskies. He does a lot of Echoes as well.
Oh, the 21 or
2511s.
2511s. Yeah.
They look like they cut really well, but I mean, but it makes sense that this would cut faster. That's a 35cc. This is a 39cc. It's a bigger saw. But
Yeah.
It doesn't really. I mean, I don't know what they weigh, but it doesn't really feel any heavier. I'm so strong though that I can't really tell weight when it's under a couple hundred pounds.
Yeah,
I can't really feel it.
I feel the same way.
It's weird how that is. This thing freaking rips. I'm a big fan. This is probably I'll probably just run all the fuel out of this saw so that it's there's no fuel in it. I'll probably hang that one on the shelf for a while and just start using this one.
Little wall hanger.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great saw. It runs awesome.
I have one of those 200s I don't use anymore. It's just like a kind of a, it's just like you said, it's a special saw.
They're like special.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
like,
want it to blow up.
I don't
or
want
something
anything
because
bad to happen to it.
It's special. It's kind of old saw, but this saw it just freaking rips. I'm super stoked about it.
39cc.
39 cc's. Yeah, 39 cc's. It is. It is 39
Oh, yeah.
cc's.
That's cool.
In fact, I think the saw is out. I think it's out.
It's out right now. They're
Is it?
yeah, they're sending me one too.
Let's keep watching Randy really wants the saw.
I want the full bodysuit too.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. This thing absolutely blasts through wood. I think it's my new favorite top handle. Please like and subscribe. Check out sappysupplies.com. I'll see you later.